welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. We're going to do from the 7th of October through to the 13th of October. I hope you guys have had a really good week already. If you want to have a look at your love reading for October, it's on the channel. So at the end of this video, there's an end screen that pops up with the October monthly. You can just click into that and view that if you want. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with your reading. We're going to start with your weekly check-in, then we're going to go to your love reading, and we're also going to have a look at your love reading, so work and love. Remember, after I finish the weekly check-in, I'll hone down the camera on the cards and we'll go through those other readings, just having a look at the spreads. Okay, so just bear with me while I start shuffling. Okay, Gemini, we've shuffled the cards. Let's have a look. You guys are showing as being the Page of Swords. I'm sure that you've showed as being this before in the last few weeks. I'm sure this card came out for you. I'm sure it did. So I think it might have been last week or the week before, one of those weeks. Whenever I see a Page of Swords, you can be a couple of things with the Page of Swords. But a few things, really. I mean, the Page of Swords is one of the bisexual, people in the tarot, because he likes to experiment with different people, different things. So this is somebody who's inquisitive, basically. Not to say that being, bisexual, and I'm not using any kind of detrimental language on anything here. I'm just saying that, there is an element of being inquisitive. Some people are straight, some people are gay. They know which side that they want to be on, but some people like both. And there's an inquisitiveness in liking both things. So I'm not saying that this is about being bisexual. I'm just trying to give you an example. I think that there is definitely something about being inquisitive, because the Page of Swords is all about learning and exploring new ideas, fresh ideas. And when you're the Page of Swords, you're also an innovator, because those ideas that you conjure with the Page of Swords, it's all about kind of initiating and putting those things out there with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, though, can also be someone who is a very youthful communicator. This can be somebody who's into creative writing, or this can be somebody on the radio, for example, with the Page of Swords, or this can be somebody who's speaking in class for the first time, and they're reading out an essay or something like that. So there's something to do with young communicator when this card shows up as well. So sometimes when you're the Page of Swords, you might be communicating very little to an individual, because this can be small talk. It's small, it's a page, so it's small talk because it's communication. But also with the Page of Swords energy, this is a card about standing up for the truth and being honest with yourself and being honest with others and telling people exactly as it is, how the situation stands with you. It's like a younger version of the Queen, all right? So with the Queen of Swords, she's very diplomatic. She's all about diplomacy and honesty. She's all about being very objective. And when she speaks her truth. And the Queen of Swords is not somebody who compromises. Unfortunately, she doesn't. I mean, I now run my business with my twin sister. My twin sister is my business partner. My twin sister did my website for me. My twin sister, when we first started kind of just doing a little bit of a rehaul of the website and everything, it was my twin sister that did all of the email campaign. She sent out to everyone talking about the new website. She sent out, if people responded, then she sent the messages to those people saying, hiya, thank you for supporting me, blah, blah, blah. It was her. She did it all. I didn't do any of that stuff. And she, she's the type of person, running my business now, she'll be like, no, Carol, we're doing it this way. So, for example, I know that on a certain day I've got to record the weeklies, and, my twin sister, and the reason why she's the perfect business partner for me is because she's a project manager. She works for the Open University. So, and she's brilliant at what she does. She's amazing. She manages budgets. So she manages all of my money, all of my budgets, everything. From what clients I've got, what times I need to be doing reading, she manages everything. And, if clients come and say, if I get people, and I get a lot of people who write to me and say, do you do face-to-face? And I've always steered away from face-to-face. I don't know people. I'm being that very suspicious Scorpio. I'm like, what if they're an axe murderer? No, I think I'll do it online. But she'd be like, no, you are going to do it this way now. This is how you're doing it, Carol, because this is all about expansion and blah, blah. So What I'm trying to say is that the Queen of Swords, this is the younger version. He's learning how to become the Queen, because the Queen of Swords is extraordinary. And I know that when the Queen of Swords shows up for me in a reading, that's my twin. And I know that she's going to be saying, no, we're doing it this way, Carol, and that's it. End of story. This is how we do it. And trust me, I love my twinnie. She's my twin. We were in the room together. But I don't really want to get on the wrong side of her, because she can be pretty scary at times, to be perfectly honest. I love her deeply, though. She's my twinnie. But she knows what she wants, and she'll tell it like it is. And that's your Page of Swords. What I'm trying to say is that this is the younger version of the Page and of the Queen and the King. The Queen is a little bit more severe than the King, but because she's probably got that little bit more to learn till she becomes that king. I know it's sexist, but it's true. But the Page is just at the very start. So this is all about speaking our truth, but at the same time learning how to communicate it in a more efficient and effective way, like a queen or a king does. So this week it's all about learning how to communicate as well with this Page of Swords, and being honest and learning how to communicate honestly, because when you're a page, you're learning how to do stuff because you're so young, which is why he shows up as being the argumentative energy, because when you argue with people, Gemini, you're going into the only reason that you're going to argue or have a fisticuffs is because you're allowing those emotions to overtake you. And when you're a queen or a king, you don't do that, because the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they have learnt to master that side of themselves, which is why when they're involved in some form of a debate or an argument, there isn't anything like that going on, because they've learnt to refine that side of themselves. They can't, even though the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, the sword characters were actually devised as warriors and fighters and to go into battle, and yes, they were. But if we're talking about just in general how we are in this day and age, and I know that the King of Swords is somebody who can be a police officer and they can be in the army and all of those things. Of course they can, because they're warriors. But when we're talking about communication, the Queen and the King of Swords know how to communicate, because they know how to kind of, they know how to come across. They know how to, bring themselves across. They're quite refined characters. They're not angry characters like the Wand people. The Wands will tell you about your business. But the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, they can tell you about your business, but they choose to be a bit more refined. The Page of Swords is just learning how to be refined, which is why he'll tell you to F off. That type of thing. So I'm hoping that you're not that side of the Page of Swords this week. What is the reason that you're the Page of Swords? No, you're trying to find something out. Hermit. You little nosy people, you. Hermit and the Page of Swords. Same type of deal with those cards, I'm afraid. Hermit's trying to find shit out. When you get the Hermit, he's ruled by Virgo. They're hard-working, they're determined individual. The thing with the Hermit is he's an X-ray. So if he's in a health reading, somebody's getting an X-ray done on their body, on their organs, this, that and the other. He's finding out stuff. He's the private eye. And the Page of Swords is the spy. You're spying this week. I forgot to mention that side of the card. You are actually looking for something this week, aren't you? You're actually really looking into something this week, Gemini. Wonder what that is then. Let's have a look at what your goal is for the week. Your goal is to achieve peace and balance. It might be this is personal balance for yourself. It might be that you are trying to find something out with both cards, Gemini, because you need to achieve some personal peace for yourself with the Temperance energy, right? Because Temperance is also about your own personal peace of mind. So I just get the impression, sorry, my hair's just gone. I get the impression, Gemini, that you're trying to achieve something. I don't think it's with this person. I think it's within yourself. You need to get that emotion. I think you've been restless. You must have been restless about something here, Gemini. You must have been. What's the obstacle you need to overcome? There's an individual here, a King of Wands, but also this could be anger. Also with the King of Wands is direct confrontation as well. Because if the obstacle could be this person. It could be a person, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but also kings are underscored by Earth. So when you look at a King of Wands, he's Earth of fire. So because fire represents motivation, determination, but also anger and being very, direct, this is anger forming. This is passion forming. This is confidence forming. But this is direct. If it's forming, it's direct action. And when you get a King of Wands, you can easily be very confrontational. Okay, you're doing something in secret here, Page of Swords at home. You're trying to find something out. They're both spies. Your goal is to have peace of mind. but you need to overcome the obstacle. I'm wondering if you guys are angry with that King of Wands. You could be achieving the Chariot. You could be achieving your goal by the end of the week with the Chariot energy. What do you need to avoid? The Nine of Cups. Nine of Coins. Avoid the Nine of Coins. Doesn't have to be money. I don't always read coins as money. It doesn't make sense to always read them that way. The Nine of Coins is the gilded cage. I feel that you need to, because Nine of Coins is almost like protecting yourself from the outside. And I think that you need to avoid kind of not doing this, because the Nine of Coins is also just kind of sitting back and saying, oh, it's all right, everything's fine. You know, because you're in your gilded cage, you're in your place of comfort with the Nine of Coins energy. So the Nine of Coins for me can also be the self-protection card. So personal security as well. But there's nothing about you going into I'm wondering if you need to avoid going into somebody's personal security. It's just the card. I'm wondering if you need to avoid, like going into somebody's pocket. I'm wondering if you need, because this is personal security. This is what somebody owns. This is their own personal stuff. I'm wondering if you need to avoid going into somebody's jacket pocket, taking their phone out and be like, oh, what's going on here? That might be it with the Nine of Coins. I think it's that. I think you need to avoid going into somebody's personal belongings, because the Nine of Coins is someone's personal belongings, their personal security. I think you need to avoid doing that. I think that you shouldn't do it. I don't think you should do it, because you're trying to find shit out, you see, Gemini. You're trying to find out the truth. You've got the Hermit and the Page of Swords. Both of them are spies. The reason is because you're trying to find something out. You're trying to delve into some knowledge here, Hermit energy. You're a spy, Page of Swords. You need it. You need this information for peace of mind. That's your goal by the end of the week, to get peace of mind. You've been really up and down, haven't you, Gemini, emotionally? Avoid rage. Sorry, overcome the obstacle of the King of Wands. I don't think this is the person. I think it's you. I think it's an energy of yours. I think this is absolute rage. Overcome the obstacle that you're really angry. All right? You could be achieving what you're looking for by the end of the week. But for some reason, you need to avoid going into someone's personal belongings, I think, with that Nine of Coins energy. What do you need to embrace? The Page of Circles, Page of Coins. This is learning. Page of Coins. I think you need to embrace it. You're going to need to be cautious, though, about how you go about this. Because the Page of Coins is about skepticism as well, and caution. So embrace it. You're going to need to be cautious. That's why you need to overcome the obstacle of your rage. I think this is your rage, the King of Wands. Because you need to embrace that you're going to need to be a bit more cautious than that. So don't be like, ah, you know, heating, that type of thing. Give me your phone. Don't do it. Because avoid going into this person's personal belongings, into their personal space as well. You're delving into their personal space, Nine of Coins energy. What do you need to, if you need advice, where can you go? The Ace of Coins energy. Well, the person that planted the seed. Because that's the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is the person that planted the seed. I know that they're all coins, but this isn't money. This is you finding something out about someone's shit. Someone's done something to you, I think. Now, the person that planted the seed will be the person that put the idea in your head. If this is the person that you're trying to find out about, you just need to kind of be very calm and ask them. If they're not willing to give you the truth, they're not, you know. But, you know, you're wanting to go into their personal belongings and all sorts. Their wallet, looking for receipts. Their pocket, getting their mobile out, scrolling, you know. When they're asleep, getting their finger and putting it on the fingerprint. Oh, okay. Don't. I think you should just ask. If your intuition is telling you there's something wrong there, well, I don't know. Get a tarot reader onto it or something, I guess. But there's somebody who you feel is hiding a secret. We'll quickly get this reading again. We're going to hone the camera down on the cards, Gemini, and then we're going to go through the reading again, and then we're going to have a look at your work and your love for the week. So bear with me. Okay, James, we've got the cards down. We're going to get the advice cards afterwards. So for this reading this week, it's interesting. I think it might, I don't know who it is. It could be a love situation or a friend, whoever it is. Somebody who's close to you, I think. And I think you're very suspicious about this person because you're showing us the Page of Swords. After all of that intro I gave in the Page of Swords, it actually just boiled down to you guys being very, well, yeah, you're being inquisitive. Very, very inquisitive. It's because of the Hermit energy showing there, okay? You might be inquisitive because somebody's acting a little bit distant with the Hermit energy. Hermits can show people doing things in the dead of night as well. So it might be because this person's acting really like... There's two things. I think that you're really inquisitive Number one, because somebody's being a bit distant with the Hermit. Number two, because you're trying to find out why they're being so distant. So you're going to be checking into every damn thing. Because your goal is to achieve peace of mind. You don't want to feel that somebody's cheating on you. You don't want to feel that somebody's like trying to do you over. That's not what you want, but you feel it. You feel it. Okay. You need to overcome the obstacle of the King of Wands. Two things. Number one, somebody's probably acting very distant with that Hermit energy, and you need to find the truth, because the Hermit is all about examination and finding the truth. That's why he's a private eye. This is you guys doing your flaming Perry Mason or Columbo act with the Hermit energy. I'm gonna find out what they're up to, because they always disappear at 8 o'clock at night. You know, and there's two things you need to avoid, overcome the obstacle with. Number one, your rage. King of Wands, he's not reversed, no, but he can still be very enraged in the upright. Number two, overcome the obstacle that this is a sweet talker, because the King of Wands is highly charismatic and he relies on his looks to get him by. So overcome the obstacle that somebody might try and sweet talk you with that King of Wands energy as well. You could be getting what you want by the end of the week. It's the achievement card of the Chariot, all right? Or you're achieving getting those emotions under control. Chariot energy. Avoid going into this person's personal belongings, please, Gemini. Like, you know, as I said, putting their finger on their phone when they're asleep so you open up the phone. Going into their jacket pocket, their bag, their purse, whatever, for the mobile phone, checking all their receipts. Personal belongings, Nine of Coins energy. And embrace, you're going to need to be a bit more savvy and a bit more careful. Page of Coins energy. This is going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Need advice? Go to the source. The Ace of Coins is the source. It's the person that planted the seed. Who planted the seed? Was it this person's actions, or was it somebody else? Did you tell a friend and they said, oh, you don't reckon they're having an affair, do you? You know, who planted the seed? The person that you're trying to find out about, or somebody else around you? Go there and ask. If you've got a question, just ask outright. Just ask outright. Don't go running around in secret and shit. If you've got something to say to them, if they've planted the seed because of their actions, ask them. Just ask them out straight. Minus the bloody anger, may I say. Okay? Minus the anger, yeah? Just ask. If it's not them and it's a friend that planted the seed, go to them for advice, you know? Though maybe not, because I don't know whether they encourage you to do this. All right, let's have a look. What's the advice you have for Gemini? There we go. So this card is showing up. So Five of Swords, Five of Thought. The path you were on seemed like the right one, but now you've run into a challenge. There's a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end, Gemini. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Avoid negative people who are draining or who bring unwanted drama. Is it the seed that did that into your life, or is it the person you suspect of maybe having an affair or something like that? Very interesting. Okay, Gems, let's look at love. So for love, we've got strength. For me, this is about strength or a strong partnership. That's how I've always read or that's how I always read the strength card. Let's have a look. Five of Swords. Okay, so the Five of Swords for me is a challenge card. The Five of Swords, when it comes to love, this is somebody who's quite cruel, but also this is hurt. So when you get the Five of Swords in a love reading, this is somebody who's quite hurt. I think there's somebody who's trying to get in between here, though. Can you see on this Five of Swords how this guy, look at him. Can you see how he's already taken two people down? This is probably a partnership that this person came in between. It looks like you've got somebody around you. For some reason, this feels, when I look at strength, this is you and your partner here, strength. All right. Can you see how this is funny? Look how the lion growls at the man here. Look. Okay. I get the impression with this Five of Swords, you've got some jealousy around you about a partnership. Because Five of Swords can be jealousy as well. I feel that somebody is jealous. Somebody wants to get in between your partnership. Strength in a love reading for me is all about having a very strong partnership. And I think there's somebody here who's been trying to get in the way of it. I wouldn't be surprised, Gemini, if you were the lion telling them to keep the fuck out. That type of thing. So I feel that there's some jealousy around some of you guys. You're in a strong partnership. There's some jealousy here. Somebody's trying to get in there. But I get the impression they're being warned off it. So you might be warning somebody against getting involved in your partnership. It feels like this. Knight of Swords, that's you. Look. Can you see how you're about to... Look, see there. You are warning them, aren't you? Look, you're just about to go in on them. Look, you're like, haha, look at me, Gemini. I'm about to kick this person off. Look at my horse. He's about to kick his leg in his head. Look, see, and that's you. Knight of Swords is Gemini. You're going in and you're the lion at the same time. So surrounding this very jealous troublemaker in your love life, we have your strong partners. They're being warned to stay away, and there you are. They're surrounded. Excuse me. Jealousy. There's a jealous person around you here. They're surrounded though. There's nothing they can do about it. Get the impression that if it resonates with you, your relationship here, Gemini, is very protected. Very, very protected. Because whoever this jealous idiot is, they are surrounded by people who do not want them around. You know, you've got the lion roaring at the Five of Swords here, and the Knight of Swords about to go in and chop this person's head off here. He's like, you ain't coming in here. You are not coming in here. So I see you this week very much defending your relationship, put it that way. You're very much with these two cards defending your relationship against somebody who's quite jealous, I think, Gemini. Let's have a look at the next one. That's you as well. Gemini rules Magician. Gemini and Virgo, actually, rules the Magician energy showing here, okay? So this is you. I don't know whether you're conjuring anything here. And that's you as well. The Magician and the Queen of Swords. So we could read you as the Queen of Swords, actually. Somebody who is a communicator. Both cards indicate very... but this is a not honest communication sometimes. I think that you are presenting, though. The Magician is to present. It's almost like you're presenting your words in a particular way. So I get the impression here that with these two cards, you're protecting your relationship from somebody who's very jealous. Somebody who wants to get between you and someone else. And I think that you're presenting with the Magician energy your words in such a way, okay, Seven of Cups. I don't know whether this is to confuse the individual here, because the Seven of Cups can be to confuse, or this can be something completely different. But I feel that you're presenting with this Magician energy your words in such a way that it becomes very, very clear. I don't think that, I mean, you look like you're aggressive, but I don't think that you are being aggressive. I feel that what's underscoring how you present your communication to this person is the act of aggression. And I think that you are kind of letting this person know in no uncertain terms, stay the hell out of my relationship. But you are presenting the Magician energy. The Magician is illusion. So it's almost like your words, the way that you're communicating, you're kind of covering that up a little bit here. Feels like you're covering up the way that you're speaking, what you're saying to this person. The way that you're telling them to stay the hell out of your relationship is being done in a very, very, very intelligent, very intellectual and very carefully kind of scripted way. We have the Seven of Cups energy showing here. And the Four of Cups, okay. I feel for some of you guys, if you've been looking for love, you've been looking for a partner with this Seven of Cups, I think some of you guys are probably being very selective and you're very bored. Looks like you're very bored with it here. Looks like something entirely different here. There is a Queen of Coins showing up around you here. Queen of Coins could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Chariot. I feel that there is someone who's on their way to you. There's somebody who's arriving here. Let's have a look. Eight of Swords, though. So, Eight of Swords. The Chariot. So, the Chariot, I think that there are... See, the Chariot is moving forward with the Chariot energy. So, it's almost like there's somebody here who wants to move forward. But there are blocks. It's almost like you're not willing. I think you're the Eight of Swords. It's almost like you're not willing to let them in. I'm getting the impression there's someone here, a Queen of Coins, who wants to move forward with you. They want to move towards you. But there you are, the Eight of Swords. You won't let them in. You won't let them in. You've got these swords. You're isolating yourself from this individual coming in. You're detaching yourself, because the Eight of Swords can mean to isolate oneself. And we can see this Queen is moving in with the Chariot. This Queen moves forward. But there you are, the Eight of Swords. You won't let them in. How interesting. I just think some of you, I think there's two things that I'm looking at here. I think number one, what I'm seeing here is that you guys have, some of you have a really strong relationship. All right, you've got someone that you really love very much, but you have competition, Five of Swords. You've got somebody here in this Five of Swords energy who wants what you have. They've already taken down somebody else's relationship and now they're coming for yours. But there you are flanking this person. This person is surrounded by Gemini. You don't want this person around. You know, there you are, the lion scowling at this individual and saying, keep the hell out. And there you are, the Knight of Swords, proper Gemini, Knight of Swords energy saying, I'll take your head off if you come anywhere near my relationship. So I see you guys protecting your relationship protecting yourself, protecting your relationship from a very jealous individual here. All right. And I feel the way that you're doing this is by communicating directly, but you are, I think with the magician energy, you seem to be flowering up because the magician communicates in a very kind of manipulative way. Okay, and we've got the Queen of Swords. So I feel that you're very skilled with your words, because this is somebody who's skilled and this is words. So you're very skilled with the way that you tell it to them, though. I don't see you being really aggressive, like, get the fuck out of my relationship, man, and I'll bust your kneecaps off. I don't see you doing that. I see you kind of being very, very careful and very skilled and very clever in the way that you communicate with this Five of Swords individual here. I see you being very, very clever with that. The other side of the coin for some of you gems, though, we have you looking, you've been looking around for a while for love, for a lover, for someone new, probably on dating sites, something like that. But I think some of you guys are getting really bored with it now with the Four of Cups energy. But I do feel that there is somebody here who is presenting you with their own value. They're showing you their value because she's got the coin, she's showing her value. I do feel that there is I think that you can't see this as well. I think that because you're bored with this, you could miss out on an opportunity of an individual here, because the Four of Cups is also a missed opportunity. So it might be that you, because you're so bored with all of the things that you've seen, you're like, oh man, not another one. You might miss an opportunity with this person here who's very interested. The Chariot, this person is very interested, they're coming towards you, but for some reason with that Eight of Swords, you don't see it. You can't see it. You just can't see it, or you're unwilling to see it. Okay, you seem to have a barrier up right before, even before they've opened their mouths, you have that barrier up. How interesting. Let's have a look at what the advice card is through the love cards for you. What advice do you have for love for Gemini? Let's have a look. So it says soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. That's your soulmate there, but you don't see it. You can't see it here and you can't see it here. You can't see that this person's your love mate, okay? Your soulmate, sorry. Let's have a quick look at the... we're using these Astral House cards from the Fortune, Tea Leaf Fortune cards. And we're going to use the love one. So the House of Love. Okay, we're going to put that here and we're going to get out 3 cards from the Fortune... the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. I'm going to just shuffle and get 3 cards. What else can you tell Gemini about love, please? What else can you tell Gemini about love? Show me. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, and 3. Let's have a look. So, what have we got here? We have, for your love, which is here. What have we got? We've got dagger. So fear, worries and tense situations, which I should imagine come with that Eight of Swords. Bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. I told you. You've got that Five of Swords. Trying to get in on your relationship for some of you guys. Because we've got 2 different readings here. One of you's got a really good relationship. You've got an enemy trying to work against you. A jealous person here. Some of you don't have a relationship. But you've got a soulmate. Somebody who would be your perfect soulmate in that Queen of Coins. Okay? And they're moving forward. They're coming towards you. But you just can't see it with the Eight of Swords. This could be your soulmate. That's what those cards are saying. For this love area here, though, you've got dagger. Fear, worries and a tense situation. I think that still goes around with the Eight of Swords. You do have also take care, there are enemies working against you, the Five of Swords. And the boot. Alright, so the boot says, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals in a love relationship, alright? So this might be not even someone you're involved with, Gemini. It might be someone that you're getting very close to. And it could be that you've got a jealous person. It might be in the workplace here. But I think that you need to be a skilled communicator, okay? Because you're trying to protect something that's really, really important to you, okay? And that's the enemy. The enemy is take care. There are enemies working against you in love. This person wants what you've got, okay? Or wants what you think you could, what they think you could have. And you need to increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goal of a relationship with this individual, all right? What we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at your work reading. Okay, Gems, so we've got your work reading here. Let's have a look what's coming up. So, oh, that Eight of Swords shows again. So, Eight of Swords for me can mean a couple of things in a work reading. Sometimes it means you've got enemies because the Eight Swords are people's words that are not allowing you to go out and do what you need to do. This is the card where people are trying to bring you down and they're trying to make you feel that you are less than what you actually are. And sometimes this is about feeling imprisoned in the work that you do. So feeling like you're limited, or, like you can't expand and there's no growth in the work that you do. And sometimes this is simply just about having negative thoughts. But usually it's about feeling imprisoned for me with the Eight of Swords energy showing up here as well. And sometimes this can be about really nasty colleagues. Yeah, you know what? I just feel some of you guys are feeling trapped. I feel that with the devil energy, it might be that you've got a really nasty boss, or it might be with the devil energy you seem to be just doing 9 to 5, the run of the mill job. The devil is kind of like no work-life balance when you get the devil. So you clock in, you clock out. It's a really kind of oppressive energy is the devil when it comes to a work reading. Some of you guys feeling really trapped by really oppressive energy in terms of work with that devil energy showing up there. Could be a person, and wanting to move out of it with the Chariot energy. Okay, so feeling really trapped by really oppressive energy. Devils, sometimes they're corporate environments. They're environments where you clock in, where you clock out. It's run of the mill. You don't, you work long hours. The work is really hard. It's a very stressful situation. Feeling really trapped by that and wanting, I think, with the Chariot to move out and be free. 10 of Cups. Some of you guys are wanting to move towards the 10 of Cups, because the Chariot, this is one of my cards that I call a progressive or a movement card. He's moving towards us. Some of you guys are wanting to move away from the devil, the oppressive energy that you have within your work, and what you're wanting to move to is a much more fulfilling job, something that makes you feel happy. Some of you guys might work within a very austere environment with the devil energy, and what you want to do is you want to move towards a more friendly environment, perhaps with that 10 of Cups energy showing there. Okay, you got 2 10s, so the 10s mean that there are endings of cycles coming up. You're very close to this now. Some of you guys, in fact, I think you've already made the decision. I'm done with where I work. It's too oppressive, and what I want to do, I want to move out of it, and I want to move to a much more happier place here. Okay, and I do feel that with this 10 of Swords energy, you guys have really had enough. You're literally at the ending of the cycle here. You're just done. It's too much. Let's have a look at the next one. Knight of Swords, there you are again, guys. This is an exit card. So you guys looking to exit that devil energy here, to move out of that devil energy here. Wheel of Fortune, searching for a positive change with the Wheel of Fortune energy. Yeah, and you've got the Star energy showing up here. So for me, the Wheel of Fortune is your destiny, your fate. But this is also searching for something better here. Perhaps this is something that gives you more purpose with the Star energy, because the Star energy, when it comes to work, can also be something that's your life purpose, something that gives you more, something that you feel that you can give back to, something that enables you to really kind of give your own personal value towards it. So, for example, going from being, I don't know, a 9 to 5 white collar worker to working with children in Africa, that type of thing. So I feel that you guys are very driven by, and also when you get a card behind the Knight of Swords, it tells you what this knight is driven by. So you guys are driven by changes with the Wheel of Fortune. You're also driven to make your fortune as well. Bigger money perhaps for some of you guys. And it's all about your life purpose with the Star energy, but also doing something that puts you in a place of recognition as well, because this is about success. So it might also be maybe with the Star energy, some of you guys, it's like, oh man, I feel really trapped. I'm working a really boring job. It's really oppressive. I don't get much of a break, and they're always watching me and blah, blah. And I want to move out with the Chariot to a place that's more friendly. Or what I want to pursue is something that's more fulfilling with the 10 of Cups, because I feel so oppressed by this job. And you know what? I've already made up my mind with these 2 10s that I'm going to go, because what I'm driven by is my destiny, my fate is to work and do something that I value, something that I feel that I was always meant to do since I was younger. It's about fulfilling 10 of Cups, my life purpose, the Star energy showing here. But also with the Knight of Swords, what I'm driven by is money and fame with the Star energy. And I'm thinking of going to New York to try out to be an actor or an actress, that type of thing. Let's have a look at the next one. The 7 of Coins. So the 7 of Coins, some of you guys looking at your money perhaps with the 7 of Coins energy. Your savings with the 7 of Coins energy showing here. Yeah, I think that you guys are looking at your money. You're looking at your money because you guys, 3 of Wands energy, you might literally be wanting to go and be famous. Seriously. Because the Star is all about fame and recognition. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about, this can be a fame card as well. So the Wheel of Fortune is like big fortune, big money, big recognition. And you guys are determined. You are very much enthused and you're very, motivated. You're motivated by money. You're motivated by the big time, by the big lights of the Wheel of Fortune. You're motivated to make big changes, Wheel of Fortune. And it might be that you're motivated by, you know, your destiny. So some of you guys are driven by a destiny here that says, oh, I'm going to have fame, I'm going to have fortune, the star energy. But I'm motivated also by my destiny. I'm motivated to experience, to what's the word I'm looking for with the Knight of Swords? I'm motivated with this Knight of Swords to follow, to follow my destiny, Wheel of Fortune, life purpose. Maybe my life purpose is to be an actor, and I need to make sure, let me have a look at my savings because I want to go out there and and do more stuff. So this is looking at your savings. Some of you guys are literally thinking, oh man, maybe I want to be, I want to be an actor or a singer. Let me have a look at how much money I saved. Do I have enough money to get on that boat? To get on that ship, or to get on that plane, to get on that coach. Do I have enough money saved? That type of thing. Okay, so I definitely feel that you guys are looking at your life purpose. You're looking to do something more than what you're doing right now. You're really bored where you're working. It feels so oppressive. You just can't breathe. You just need to be doing what you truly feel you should be doing. This is whether it's acting, singing, whether it's, working for another company, or whether it's just doing something, in terms of fulfilling your destiny, which is what the Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune is, or the Ten of Cups is the fulfillment of destiny, Wheel of Fortune, star energy, fulfilling that life purpose with the star energy. Whatever it is, I think that you're really looking for something that is that adds value, or that you can give value to. I'm thinking that you're sick of the run of the mill of the devil with work. I think you're just really tired of it. You're bored of it. You're like, there's got to be something more to life than this. Let's have a quick look at what your career reading is saying then. Universe Spirit, just give me the advice for the week in terms of the career for Gemini. What's the advice you have for career for Gemini, please? Let's have a look. So the advice is 1. Give me another card for advice for Gemini for career. 2. And give me another card, please, Universe. Oh, this one you want me to take 3. Okay. So your advice is, Gemini, for your career this week. Butterfly, a change for the better, Wheel of Fortune, nice, and the star. Let's have a look. Right, it's going to involve a younger woman. So you're going to have a dealing with a younger woman for some of you guys, and it could bring a change for the better. Let's have a look at the next one. Bouquet, there's going to be compliments from an admirer as well. You could get that in the star as well, showing up here. All right. And also, it's funny, because the Devil card is ruled by Capricorn, which can show ambition and determination. Some of you guys determined with that Devil energy to move forward with the Chariot energy, to progress. Could be to a higher level here, star. So determined Devil to progress, Chariot to a higher level with the star energy showing up. Okay. I feel that you are happy with what you've achieved for some of you guys showing here, but you want more. You definitely want more. Okay. Showing up here for some of you guys, okay? So for work, what we've got for your career is Butterfly. There are going to be changes for the better. It could involve a younger woman, all right, that you're dealing with. And the Bouquet says you're going to have compliments from an admirer for your work too, okay? Very quickly before we go, guys, I'm going to have a quick look, if I can find the other cards. There we are. Yeah, so wealth and love. Let's have a look at the other cards, if I can get the right one. There we are. I'm going to have a quick look at your money as well this week. So we're going to get those cards randomly back into the bag, and we're going to just shuffle like so. Universe Spirit, show me 3 cards. What's the advice you have for money for Gemini? What's the advice you have for money for Gemini? So 1, 2, oh, we've got 4 cards out all in one. The advice is stalk for your money. So there's news of a new business opportunity, okay, in terms of money, okay, that, and which will bring money. However, we've got the broken ring, okay, and the broken ring says parting of the ways in either romance or business. So in terms of money, it's very related to work. There could be the parting of the ways in terms of business, because it's a money thing. However, there are new business opportunities coming in. Let's have a look at the next ones. There is an egg here. So success is assured with good plans and hard work. Okay, in terms of finances, and good advice from a wise person. So what you've got here, Gemini, is that even though there could be a broken business partnership, parting of the ways in a business partnership here, there will be new business opportunities to make money. All right, now with hard work and good planning, you could achieve success with the egg, okay? And you're going to get some good advice from a really wise person in the owl. All right, that is your reading, my darlings, for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like your own private reading, click on the link in the comment section below, and you can go straight through to my website. And also, you can also click on the link to my website in the end screen. Don't forget, you've got a love reading for for October as well. You can click on there as well. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.